What's going on, guys? Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to model this parametric door in Revit, and it will be a cool door, and you're going to have a parameter that opens and closes the door, so you can set the door for renderings maybe in an open position or half closed position or whatever you want. So it's something cool to do, and it's a bit complex, but that's cool. I like challenges. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make tutorials like this every day. And if you would like to download this door family, check out my Patreon, first link in the description. You can get access to all of my project files in Revit so far, over 160 files for only $5 a month. Okay, let's get started. So here I am in Revit, and I'm just going to be starting this off as a family. So just go to New. And here I'm going to search for a metric door family. So this is what you choose, and you go open. Now this template is going to allow you to create this door family, and as you can see here, you've got some hypothetical wall, you've got some framing, and you've got the hole for your door. And if we go look at it like this is what you get. It gives you a lot of elements even before you get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be adding an additional frame on the interior side of the wall. So let's go to the exterior side and go create, extrusion, and let's just go with a simple rectangle for starters, and then lock it on these outer parts. And then we're going to make a smaller one with an offset of something like 15 millimeters. So like that, and flip it to the interior side. And now just delete this line and you use SL or split element tool, and now use trim and extend, and you just kind of close this off like that. And now you can just attach this to the bottom, lock it in place, and the same thing here. You just pull it out, pull it down, and lock it in place. Okay, and now we just need to constrain these here edges, so you can do that using dimensions. So just type in DI, and then you can go from here to here, lock it in place, from here to here, lock it in place, and from here to here and lock it in place. Okay, so once we've got this whole frame finished, you just hit finish. And if we go into 3D, this is what that looks like. And as you can see, it's kind of poking out on this side. So select it, go to maybe a left side or right side, doesn't really matter. And you need to attach it to this thing, lock it in place, and attach it to this frame, lock it in place. And what I suggest you do, maybe even merge this whole section. So just go join, and join that, and join this here as well. Okay, so we've got some sort of a basic door frame, and let's just flex this family. When I say flex, I mean like you're basically testing it out. So to do that, let's just go maybe to reference level. Let's see. So here you can see we've got this width parameter. So if you go here and maybe you can change width to, I don't know, something like 800 millimeters, hit apply, and just make sure that the door frame is following, and do the same thing for this. Maybe 210, hit apply, and as you can see, the door frame followed as well. So we know that works. So let's go back into reference level, and here we need to add some more reference planes, or one more reference plane. So just go kind of like this on the interior side of this frame, and let's just call it HP for hinge point. And the hinge point is going to be somewhere over here. So what you need to do is now you need to go here to create and go with reference line, and just do one reference line from here and just pull it out like that. Okay, so now once you have that, you can lock it here in place. So but before you do that, let's just set the length to be exactly 800 millimeters. So do it like that. And now go here, AL, align it to this line. So you hit this reference plane, and then you hit tab a few times till you get this point, lock it in place. Then you select this reference line, a few tabs, lock it in place. Okay, then we need one more dimension. So you select this and you hit this dimension line, you pull it out a bit, and you go and you set this to parameter, and you choose the same width parameter you have over here, but actually we don't need that parameter, we need that minus the distance of these two, which is 30 millimeters. So we actually need to reduce this a bit. So from 800 we need it to be actually 7 770. So let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, so that's what we want to have. So how do you create this parameter? Well, you just select it, you go parameter, you make sure that it's an instance parameter, so you can have multiple doors being opened and closed at multiple angles. So you just let's just call this panel length. Okay, so once you have that, you can go here to the family types, and here the width, you select it, you go Control C, you go here Control V minus 30. So you hit apply, okay, and now this is going to change the length of this reference line according to the width of this door. Okay, so once we have that in place, now it's time only to create our door panel. So, and that's not that difficult. So when you're in 3D, you can see this is getting kind of ridiculous to read. So I like to switch this to 1 to 1, so you can't really see these, and maybe 1 to 10. Yeah, now you can read them, but they're not kind of in the way. Okay, let's create the door panel now. So you just go here to create, extrusion. So you just go to that, and you set the work plane, and you go pick a plane, and you pick the vertical plane of this reference plane over here, and you just go from this side, this little pointy point over here, and you go to the other side, and you go all the way up to the top. So you go kind of like that. Okay, so you lock it in place here, you lock it in place here, you lock it in place here, and for the top one, we need to create a dimension that makes it the height of the door. So for that, go with the dimension and go from here to here, place it here, select it, create a new parameter. So let's call this panel height. Make sure that it's an instance parameter, hit OK. And now go here to family types and make sure that it's height. So Control C, here you go Control V, height, minus 30 millimeters. Oops, I didn't want to write that. Okay, height minus, or no, not 30, you need 15 millimeters because you only have one of those planks. So you hit apply, okay, and now it's calculated the door panel height. And here for the extrusion end, let's do something like 3.5 centimeters, or no, that's 35 millimeters. I think that works fine. And you just, yeah, maybe you can add one more constraint just in case. So you place it here and just make sure that this is your, that this is your length, panel length parameter. Let's see, where is it? Panel length, okay. Just one more constraint just to make sure that it all works fine. So you just hit finish, and now we only need to add the angle. So go to reference level, and here you need to go here with angular dimension. You go from here to here, and you create that. And now for this, you need to add another parameter. So let's just call this open angle. And again, make sure that it's an instance parameter, hit OK, and yeah, you're done. So now if you go into 3D, and let's just select this whole window or door frame and make it some wood material. So let's just go with wood. Let's go with birch wood, hit apply, OK. Let's select the panel, make sure that it's the same material, so birch wood. Yeah, I'm really crazy about birch wood, if you might have noticed it. Okay, go back into reference level. Okay, everything looks good. Let's just flex it a bit. So let's change the angle, maybe to 60 degrees. Hit apply. Okay, something didn't work. Let's go back into level 1. Yeah, this should be opening angle. Okay, maybe we attached it accidentally, not to the reference line, but to this thing. So I'm just going to hide this in place for a second and then go again. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now it works. Yeah, and you can unhide this. Okay, and now it's working. So again, you can flex it a little bit, maybe make this 2000 millimeters, make this 900. Just to make sure that everything's working, let's do 47, apply, and as you can see, everything is working fine. So you've got your parametric door in Revit. Okay, so now we just need to load this into the project. So just go File, New, Project. Let's use architectural template and hit OK. And yeah, let's just do a simple wall. Load this family in. Wait. Okay, yeah. Load into project and just place it wherever. And there you go. You've got your door. And here you can change the angle. Maybe to, oops. You can select the door and yeah, let's go to Fine. Okay. Select the door and change the angle. And there you go, the angle changes. Okay, so that's how you create this parametric door in Revit that actually opens. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you want to download this file, as I said, first link in the description to my Patreon, and you can get it there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for any future tutorials, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.